We're at Coity Castle, a place of legend. Hi everyone, we're at Coity Castle just outside Bridgend. This place is amazing, so come with us now as we take a look, learn about the legend and see this fantastic ruin.
Oh, look at this. Oh, this is exciting. This is Coity Castle. There's not a lot of it left, but there's certainly enough for us to enjoy and explore today. So come on, let's go in and see what it's like. I am so excited, so excited. And here we go through the door and look at this. Wow. I just love this sort of castle. I know there's not a lot left, but there's still plenty to explore. I think I'm going to enjoy this. And we just come into the west gate. Very convenient sign there. Oh, I wish we go first. No, as usual, we'll turn to the right. You've got a small opening here, which I think was probably a window. It's not very high, but if you look down there, look at that. People live that close to the castle. I want to live there. Oh, what a wonderful garden. A very dramatic sky today. Look at that. I love a castle against a dramatic sky. And all the walls, some still good, some falling down.
Wales is a land of legends, of dragons, of knights, of princes. So many tales. And sometimes to separate the reality from the myth can be complicated. But the legends themselves carry with them the story of our past. And one of those legends is of the 12 knights. The 12 knights of Glamorgan who conquered this area on behalf of the Normans during the conquest of Wales. And here in this part of the world, it was the Baron of Gloucester that led the 12 knights and dispatched them to take on the Welsh and to secure the lands. Now, it is said that the reward for their service was the gifts of land. But there was one knight, he was Sir Pain de Tuberville, who was known as, aka, the Demon Knight. And for whatever reason, the Baron, it is said, didn't give him land. So he took it for himself. And he's the guy who put the first castle here at Coity. There have been many residents since, and so much has changed. But it was all the way back there that we find the origins of Coity Castle, a place that spoke of power, of influence and control.
Oh no, look at this. If you needed to work on defence, if you were shooting arrows, this is the perfect place to be. And that would be your view. On the other hand, there wouldn't have been houses in the way. Ooh, is this all echoey? These really don't look very strong anymore, do they? They've worn away with all the mortar between has. They're still holding the weight. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? I can imagine children would love coming here and seeing all these interesting things. Let's go have a look in this room. Ding dong, can we come in please? Oh, thank you. In we go. This isn't a huge room, probably about 10 foot by 12 foot. But then over here is a big drop. Let's go have a look down that big drop. Ooh, I wonder what was down there. And right in the middle, you've got the well. Let's have a look down the well. Oh no, that's a long way down. Can you hear the water lapping? There's another part to go in. Ding dong! Can we come in, please? Thank you. So here we have, this looks like a fireplace. We're doing a very big grand one with windows above. And that bit, I just love those chimneys. Look at the size on that chimney. It's enormous and it's still standing. Very impressive. The floors are all renewed. They just put this like scree gravel down. But there is a little puddle here, which I don't think was original. So if you like a good splash, then pop your wellies on. Manky is going in. There are so many interesting nooks and crannies. Look at this. It's perfectly round with holes in, which makes me think they are air inlets. They could have been drainage, but I don't know. And it's completely circular. So a fire, do you think? Or some sort of drainage? I'm going to go for some sort of heating system. And if we look here, you can see there's like a tunnel right the way around for the air to travel. This looks like some sort of hole leading off somewhere. Let's have a look. Ooh. Aha, look. For all you detectives out there, what are these? One stone there and one stone there. Pretty central. And if we look up from that stone, you've got one of these. I think it's called a corbel. So there would have been columns, big stone columns supported a roof or a ceiling. Right up there. Wow. They were in one piece and long gone, and yet the chimneys, which are all lots of little pieces, are still standing. I just find that amazing. You can see these are all around the wall, so it must have been a pretty grand ceiling or roof.
Although this castle was built by one of the Norman knights, as I said, and was created around about the 1100s. As we walk around today, what we're looking at is examples of 12th century, 13th century, 14th century, 15th century, all the additions where different people came and repurposed this castle and put their mark on it. And even the 16th century, when the third floor was added to the castle. So they didn't just expand, but they also raised it up. And some of the foundation buildings go way back into that Norman invasion time. But then you come forward through history. And of course, eventually, we stand in a ruin, but still have the evidence of so many different eras when people put their mark on this place.
And look at that third floor. Now I would love to get up there. I don't think it's even vaguely possible and probably very dangerous, but it looks wonderful. Oh, I'd really love to explore right up the top. But let's see how high we can get. I think we can go a little higher than this because we're almost down at a basement level now, if you look out there. So let's go explore, looking for something a bit higher.
Where we used to play.
Oh wow, look what Phil's just noticed. I don't know how I missed it. It was a huge gate in the room, but there are steps that go up and you could get up to the third floor. It's just that they probably deemed it unsafe, so they've locked the gates. Oh well, that doesn't stop us exploring other places. Aha! What have we got going on here? It's like a passageway or an alley. And there's some more gates. Well, that isn't even a gate, that's actually railings fixed, so there's no way you can go through there. And what's behind this piece of railing? Ah, look at that. You can see where the stones are from the circular staircase and the central pole, whatever you would call it, support going up there. And outside that we've got this arch. And you can see here, more arches would have come off there to hold the ceiling or the roof up, but they're long gone. And then up there, you've got the chimney. I just love that chimney. I want to take it home with me. I think it's a bit heavy. And that would be a bit naughty, wouldn't it? Stealing chimneys. So let's go through the arch and see what's in here. Oh, more little rooms. Oh, I love this one. It's like a little house. You've got the little doorway there. The little window there. And, oh, here it's saying, bend over or you'll bang your head. I love these little signs. Oh, look at this. There's an arch coming down there, and here is where two big columns would come off this. Going one this way, one that way. And let's go through. Ooh. Where is... Oh, look, there's a doorway. Oh, what a disappointment. There's another railed wall. Oh, we're the other side of the first railings we saw in this part. Oh, we've got a stone staircase here, which doesn't really go anywhere, but we'll go up it to get to the next layer. I suppose at some point it did. It possibly went over, right over to that big window there, where the chapel was. Ah, now that explains that fancy little bit of wall supports that just seemed to come to nothing. If that was the chapel, then they probably built up into the chapel ceiling and was quite a grand structure. And I know I'm going on about it, but look, there's the other side of that chimney. Oh, and here is the inner ward. Not a lot left to see on this level, but more tall buildings, and the birds are so happy up there. Can you see them? You can hear them. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love this. It's so pretty. Obviously it's a damaged item. It's where this column, and then there's the layers of floor and walls and things have all fallen down over the years, but look at it, it makes something really decorative as it is. But you can see all the arches that would have come off this. So there'd have been an arch coming up there, over there, and the other side has got exactly the same thing going on. So very grand. Down the bottom of this tower is an entrance through into the east gate. Let's go have a look. Oh, this is quite a nice gate. I like this one. And there's a little hole there. Oh, look, there's a staircase. You can only go up 4 steps and then nothing. It's all crumbled and fallen into nothing, but another circular stairs there. And you can see there is where the top of the circular stairs would have come out onto that floor, which is the second floor. Unless you call the ground floor, in which case that's the first floor. Always confuses me, that. So you can see lots of nooks and crannies and doorways and fireplaces, and up to the 3rd floor. And then out to the sky. And out across the moat. Do you reckon there's any water in this moat, or is it all grown full of weeds and things? Yep, it's all overgrown with weeds. Quite a deep moat though. I wonder if there are any treasures in the bottom of that moat. And over there, behind the gate, is St Mary's Church. It's a beautiful church.
Yes, this place, it has been transformed by so many since the demon knight of the time of the Norman conquest right through to the 16th century when that third floor went on. But there's another castle near here. Yes, we've got a lot of castles here in Wales. We've got over 600 and there's 2 very close to Bridgend. The other one, although called Newcastle, is in a worse state than this, and there's a lot less left. But whereas this castle bears the mark of so many dignitaries, that one bears the mark of a king.
So here we are at Newcastle and we're looking for Norman. Have you seen Norman anywhere? Let's see if we can spot him.
And here we are at Newcastle. Now you might think, Phil, the walls look just like the walls over there, but they don't. And that's the mark of a king, because this is a Norman castle and it's got an amazing Norman doorway. But what makes this different is the upgrade that took place. The castle is first mentioned in 1106, but the upgrade that took place around about 1180 is believed to have been carried out by Henry II. He was a king, so the masonry work here shows the mark of monarchy. It shows someone of power, wealth and influence that exceeded all others, put his hand to this and put his hand in his pocket to pay for it. So as we stand here in this castle today, although there's not a lot of it left, it's still significant, and it also lends itself to that origins of the Normans coming here, of the uprisings of the Welsh princes, of the battles that have been fought, and all the things that form the legends and stories of Wales.
So as you heard, here is Norman. It's a Norman doorway. It's very windy up here and it's very noisy too. You can see we're very close to the town and the busy dual carriageway going through the middle of town, which is making it quite noisy. But I'm sure we'll manage to have a good time anyway. Let's go explore. Here's a room with a floor, but it's about 3 foot, 3'6" up from the ground, so I'm not going in there. I'm not feeling that agile today. You can see there's not a lot in there. And if we turn around, there's a major part of Newcastle that is still standing. And what a lovely place it is. You can see there are some low walls, which gives you a really good idea of the layout of the rooms here. And I can see one of those big stones in the middle of the floor over there. Let's go and check it out and see if it was some sort of stone column support. Yep, I would say that's what it was. You can see originally it was circular and very wide at the bottom, so I'm assuming very tall. But let's see what they could have seen out of the window. I think if we go over here, we'll get a brilliant view. Oh look, there's Bridgend Rugby Club. I don't think that was here though when this was originally built.
That is certainly part of the legend of Wales, is our rugby. We do like our rugby. Well, 2 castles for the price of 1. Bridgend certainly delivers yet again, because this isn't the first video that we've done here. And if you're interested in this locality and the history, then check them out, because I'm sure Caroline will put the links at the end.
Yes, on the end screen up will come another link to another Bridgend video.
There we go. So if you're enjoying the fun here at Bridgend as much as we are, that's the thing to do. And of course, if you have enjoyed this video, then please give us a thumbs up.
Doing, doing, doing.
Share it with all your friends, that would be brilliant. But as always, till the next time, have fun. Bye.
Bye.